All right, welcome to the Tech Today show. This is a show courtesy of Kenya Society for the Blind, and our topic of discussion today is breaking barriers, the voices of digital creators with disability. So we are diving into the inspiring world of digital content creators who are breaking barriers and reshaping the narrative around disability in the digital space. And we have the pleasure of speaking with a guest here who will be introducing himself. And this is a guest who is not only making incredible content but also advocating for inclusivity and representation. Thank you for joining us. Kindly introduce yourself, tell us who you are and what you do.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Yeah.
So my name is Edwin Omulama. I'm popularly known as Edu Pro Music.
Edu Pro Music.
Yes.
So for my audience, or rather for a viewer who is watching you for the first time, Pro Music, does it mean you sing or you play musical instrument, or what do you do?
First, let me start by saying that I'm visually impaired, and I'm so passionate with music. That is, I love playing a variety of instruments and singing as well, and training people. So most things that involve music, you'll find me there.
Okay.
Even music production.
Oh, even production.
Yes, these days.
All right, that's nice. So, could you please tell us some of the examples of the instruments that you can play?
I'm able to play the acoustic guitar, the solo guitar. I'm able to play the piano. I'm able to play the drum set.
Wow.
And currently, I'm learning how to play the saxophone.
Saxophone.
Yes.
Okay, and you said that you also do production. Are there some songs that you've already produced?
Yes, I produced quite a number of songs for people and mine as well. And at least I came to learn that disability is not inability, and no man is limited. Provided you want something, you can always get onto it, and you can always achieve what you want.
Okay.
Yes.
So you will tell us more as we proceed with this show, but I want us to begin in the first segment, and this is about personal journey. And I want us to start by hearing a bit about your journey. So you can share what motivated you to become a digital content creator. First, do you put your work on your social media platforms?
Oh yes, I always upload my videos on almost all the social media platforms, including the famous TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube as well. Yes.
So let's start by hearing a bit about your journey. Kidogo.
Okay. So thank you so much, Sofa, for people who are watching us today. My journey has been with a lot of challenges, but at the same time, it has been so enjoyable. I've been enjoying the steps that I'm making, and the progress that I can say I've seen in my life. So for me, music is not only a talent but a calling.
Yeah.
In the year 2010, that is when I was called to play piano. I remember one day I was sleeping, and then when I was having a dream during the night that I'm playing the keyboard in a church. and I never knew anything about the keyboard. But before then, I loved to bang jerry cans at home, and desks, even at school. So, and with that, I was able to know that I can be able to play. I told my parents, I requested them to see how they're going to help me to know how to play that instrument. And with time, I got a small keyboard, and I learned a little bit. And as time went by, I went advancing to the level that I am at today.
But there, I have a friend who used to be like you. He would bang desks, play, and you're like, this guy can play a drum set very well. And he just trained kimchezo, and when he started playing the drum set, we were like, wow. And by the way, in school is where you can know very well about your talent.
Sure.
Even for me, I knew I would become a journalist because I was talking alone. You could find me natangaza tu, and people could tell me you'll be a journalist one day.
Wow.
So that's a very interesting journey, and this is so powerful to share today. Sure. And I want you to share some of the challenges you faced in the beginning. Now, after knowing that you can play these instruments, you can sing and all that. So when you began content creation, what were some of the challenges that you faced?
Now on content creation, or how diving into music?
Yes.
Let me start with diving into music.
Yeah.
Well, I started to play the piano now that I was visually impaired. So placing my fingers on the keys was a challenge. I remember some of the people were telling me, you're placing your fingers like a grasshopper. Unaweka vidole zinakaa kama za wadede. So I was wondering, will I manage this? But God enabled me to be able to go through the learning process, and I learned. And I started playing professionally I think around in the year 2018 or 2017, if I'm not wrong. And after I cleared Form 4, I have a friend of mine, but they big up my friend Beatrice Sionthi from wherever you are. She's the one who encouraged me to post my videos.
Wow.
She was every time I could post my video on status, she kept on telling me, please, you can start up a YouTube channel where you can be posting this for us to be blessed more, instead of just having to hear from you just for 30 seconds from your status.
Yeah.
And that is something which made me to start uploading my videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
The journey has been tough, bearing in mind that I was coming from slums. You know, there's no Wi-Fi. Those days, Wi-Fi was not so much in those places, and then a good phone for video shoot, and then a good a presentable place where you can do your videos effectively. So all those challenges were there, but I thank God I was able to maneuver through the challenges, and right now I believe my fans can attest that my content has really evolved from 2021 up to date.
That brings me to a question that I would like to ask you. Talk to a person with disability who is aspiring to become a digital content creator. What do they need to start creating content?
For you to be able to know what you want first, or what you want to give to the people, is what you have to note first is that content creation is something that is very sensitive. First, it is very sensitive because imagine you are having a people that you have to communicate to them something. And why am I saying that it is very sensitive? Allow me to use this example. from the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
When Jesus was calling disciples, he was telling them to come and follow him,
Yeah.
and he shall make them fishers of men.
Mm-hmm.
So first thing you have to know from that illustration of the Bible,
Mm-hmm.
what is your ambition,
Yeah.
or what is your vision,
Mm-hmm.
or what is your objective, or what is your goal,
Mm-hmm.
or what is your purpose?
Yeah.
What do you want to do with people?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to come online to shake your behind?
Mm-hmm.
And where are you leading people? Those are some of the things that you have to ask yourself.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to talk about?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you want to talk about that? And then when you analyze that, you can be able to create your content effectively.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I really value my followers,
Yeah.
so I must consider a lot of things before I post something.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're there, you're visually impaired, you're physically challenged, you have hard of hearing, you have hard of speech,
Yeah.
just remember that you are not limited in any way.
Mm-hmm.
You can use the technology
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that you impact the society positively.
Now, on that part of technology, and I want you to talk to especially a blind person, because you know these other disabilities, at least they can see. But for a blind person, in terms of technology, what do they need for them to start creating content? Of course, you've told us that you need to know what your passion is, and you select the kind of content you want to create, right?
Sure.
So, in terms of technology, what does this blind person need to start his content creation?
Technologically, you need something called digital independence.
Mm-hmm.
Digital independence means you have a phone,
Yeah.
With the right features and the right screen reader,
Mm-hmm.
for you to be able to do your videos and post them yourself.
Yeah.
It is very much possible.
Mm-hmm.
Ukiwa na ring light, ukuwe na simu,
Mm-hmm.
and then your ring light inakusaidia hold the phone.
Yeah.
And then maybe let me use an example that unataka kutumia au kufanya content ya kuongea. You just need to place your phone on your stand. Turn on your ring light, sorry.
Yeah.
And then you start talking.
Wow.
After which you just use your screen reader as you follow the instruction, and you post on your social media.
Okay.
With assistive technology,
Yeah.
many of the things are possible.
That's right.
Yes.
Now let's come back to you now. How does your disability influence your content creation?
First in place, I will mention I was not born blind. I'm totally blind by my people, and most of us sometimes we fail to distinguish between a person who has the eyeball which is clean and cannot be able to see. By then, I'm not able to see totally. And let me just mention, being blind has helped me to educate people.
Yeah.
And being blind has made it possible for people to know that no man is limited. So, and it has also given me some of the content that I've been creating and meaningful connection with people, for advocacy, for inspiration, for mentorship, and I believe in the near future, people are going to view life and disability with a different angle.
Okay. We need to take a break, but before that, you can walk us through your typical workflow as a content creator how do you do that content creation? Like, do you have someone who assists you, or like you said, it's possible for one to do it themselves? Tell us how you do it, so that we can know it's possible.
Thank you so much. It is very possible to do content yourself, but sometimes, I'm saying sometimes, depending with what you want to achieve in the end of the day,
Yeah.
you can be able to create content yourself or with people.
Like for you, if you...
Let me give an example. I'm using a keyboard called Yamaha. So what I do, I can connect a printer cable with an OTG type C to my phone. Then I place it to my stand. Now, for example, I want to play music. So when I press start recording, it won't record the screen reader, but at the same time, the phone will be speaking and the video can be recorded. So the sound is coming directly from the piano.
Yeah.
And with the piano that I'm having, it's a little bit advanced. I connect the microphone on the piano.
Oh.
So there is no place the piano voice and the microphone voice will meet with the screen reader. So that's how I record my content.
Okay. You'll explain that in details when we come back from this break.
Okay.
Viewer, you are watching Tech Today Show, a show that is courtesy of Kenya Society for the Blind. This is where we talk about digital literacy for people with disabilities. Stay with us. We are coming back shortly to continue with this conversation with Mr. Edupro.